You by Aztec Highway on 1280 and 97.5 The Zone.
Second.
Welcome back to Ultimate Combat Radio. Mike Stidham here talking some mixed martial arts here in the studios of 1280 The Zone. Our poll question this evening is, of the reported title fights that will take place in 2012, which do you see as the most compelling? And I've been waiting with bated breath all night long to hear the response from Robertina. Robertina, which one of those fights make you go, man, let's watch that?
Well, since GSP's not fighting anytime soon, I'm very excited for the Faber-Cruz fight, but I'm very excited for Chael Sonnen's interviews.
Okay, so the fight is Faber and Cruz, and then the interviews, all the circumstance that goes around the fights.
Anything that Chael Sonnen says, I'm excited for.
All right, well, that's a pretty good choice, actually. You know what? As I'm looking at that, the most exciting fight is going to be Cruz and Faber. It's just nonstop action. It's going to be a lot of fun. So good call there, Robert.
They are the guys that finally got you to watch a little man fight.
Yes, they are. Now, do you know what month that is taking place? Because what if it's taking place while you're gone getting married?
I'll watch it.
Okay, all right. On your honeymoon? We're delaying the ceremony 1 hour.
I think they have TVs in Lithuania, do they?
They do.
Some
it's
places,
black and white,
depends
though.
on where you go. They might have TVs.
All right, Joe, we've been waiting all night long to get your breakdown because there is a big UFC going on this weekend, but it's going on very far away. Where are they going?
UFC 144 in Japan.
Joe, why do you think, have you looked into it, why they just dissolved Pride, and why wouldn't they just take Pride back to Japan? They own it, you know. Why are they doing it this way? I
have no idea. I've tried, you know, I was interested in that too, and I tried to go through and figure out what happened, and I have no idea.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder if maybe the organization had some debt or something that maybe the UFC, we'll just take our organization in there. But anyway.
But they're still using all the Pride fights on TV and stuff, showing them all. So, but anyways, in Japan, it's a huge event.
I didn't realize what a great card it was until we started right before the show looking down. I mean, I knew the main event wasn't all that, but it's a pretty good card.
The whole card, and what they did is because they're showing it live tomorrow night, so we'll be able to watch it live just like a regular fight. But the time difference, they had to add a few fights to the main card, so there's 7 fights on the pay-per-view. So if you're going to buy any pay-per-view, buy this one, you get more bang for your buck.
Well, you'll get more yen for your... No, it's not yen. It's not yen in Japan, is it? What is it?
I
have no idea.
All right.
Electronics.
Joke gone awry.
Pesos.
Pesos.
Yeah, there's 7 fights. Every single fight is good. I'll just run through real quick, and then we'll get to the main few. I think fight of the night, Joe Loazon, Anthony Pettis. We know Anthony Pettis is the Showtime kick. Fun to watch, exciting. Kind of reminds me of Vinny from our gym, just doing those crazy kicks.
Well, speaking of which, he did his kick on the guy in the main event. So I mean, this is not. You got brought both those guys back. Which is interesting.
He beat. He
Henderson.
beat Henderson.
Yeah, right. Yeah. With that kick in that fight, rather.
Yeah. So both tough fighters. Loazon's great jiu-jitsu. He just upset Gallard. He's underdog again, but he likes being in that position. And
I think Gallard's overhyped. That's just my opinion.
We've heard your opinion on it. I think Anthony Pettis is just too much for him. I think he's flashy, but I think he's going to win the fight, probably with the KO.
I'm picking that too. I concur.
Okay.
I disagree.
Tim Boetsch versus Yushin Okami. Yushin Okami just lost Anderson Silva for the title fight down in Brazil. Tim Boetsch is just a tough wrestler. I don't know if you've seen him. He had that incredible hip throw I showed you over and over and over at the gym. Tough in your face kind of fighter. I think he's going to come out with a win, and it should put him within title contention, beating
especially on his own turf, in Japan.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think I actually agree with you on that one as well. And we don't agree often. So
we don't.
We're 2 for 2.
It's kind of weird.
Yoshihiro Akiyama and Jake Shields. Jake Shields is just such a good submission wrestler. I think his hands are good enough to stand with Akiyama to get close enough, take him down, probably win with a submission.
And according to, I believe it was Fight Magazine, that Jake Shields is the number 5 ranked grappler in the world, so he's as good as they get. And I agree with Shields should take that one.
Up to Czech Congo, Mark Hunt. Not too excited about this fight. Mark Hunt's a great striker, so is Czech Congo, but Czech Congo could take this fight to the ground, where we all know Mark Hunt's not very good. Czech should win by probably a slow decision.
And I'm taking Congo just because he's been on the show before.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And we met him down in Vegas and got an autograph from him. He's a cool guy. So.
He didn't do anything to Robertina's leg, did he?
No.
Okay.
He didn't. But I heard that he's not thrilled about this fight because him and Hunt used to train together.
Yeah, they used to train together
he's
for a little bit. And
not happy about it.
Look at Robertina with the backstory there.
I'm on the show for a reason.
Okay.
Speaking of doing stuff to Robertina,
Oh, jeez.
Rampage and Ryan Bader.
We're not alled to say what happened.
I know. I said
let's not even reference it because I just got a crusty look from Will.
Rampage, Ryan Bader. Rampage has already said he doesn't care if he wins or loses. He's out there trying. He wants to put on a show for us. He loves the Japanese fans there who made him who he is from the Pride days. He wants to just put on a good fight. He has great takedown defense, and we know Ryan Bader's going to try to take him to the ground. I think he's dangerous right now because he doesn't care if he wins or loses. He wants to put on a fight.
Well, first of all, it's like going home to him because Pride was where he really got his start, and so and I've just never been a Bader fan. I just don't think Bader's that good. I think he's gotten lucky on a couple things, and I just think are we agreeing on this one again?
I think we're agreeing again.
I think
am not
I'm taking
liking
Rampage.
this.
Bader already said he's not going to stand and bang with Rampage because who would?
That's because he's going to fall and cry.
Yeah, so he's going to try to take him down, and Rampage is going to stuff it until he gets a chance to knock him out. Right. I think Rampage, big knockout, and possibly retirement after something like that.
Okay.
And then on to the main event.
I disagree.
For Edgar to win this fight, he has to do what he does best is stick and move. Get in and get out, keep the pace going. But Henderson has the pace to keep up with him. Henderson went all 3 rounds with Clay Guida.
It's interesting that you just corrected yourself because there's a huge difference between going 5 rounds and going 3 rounds. So you can keep that pace up. And Guida is a high-paced guy too, but I'm just telling you, I'm taking Edgar on this one.
And I think that Henderson is just too powerful, too quick. He's a better wrestler. If he gets his hands on him, I think Henderson by submission.
I think that Edgar has had several fights go in 5 rounds.
Yes.
He's had 3 or 4, and then so I just think he's just so durable. He can take a beating and he'll keep coming at you. I think that you're going to see him get hurt. I think you're going to see him bounce back and do some really awesome things to win the fight. It's not going to be a pushover win for Henderson. I think that Edgar wins it.
We'll see. I guess we'll see. Talk next week, huh?
We're definitely going to talk about that. And he is my pick of the badass of the week for a very good reason. Now, we've got some very good mixed martial arts going on tonight right here in Little Old Utah. You want to make it down to the showdown fights. It looks like Joe and Bob are going to be going down.
We're thinking about it. I think we're going to head down there.
All right. Well, good stuff, man. It's, maybe I'll go down there with you. Maybe we'll go check it out. See you with Berkman and Kofi Azitsu. We'll see you next week on Ultimate Combat Radio, brought to you by Aztec Highway.